A brief update on my current situation. This is liable to be interrupted by thunder occasionally because there's a thunderstorm going on outside. Uh, we've been getting a lot of rain here in Kansas, so I haven't been able to go out much. I finished a comparison between a 70 millimeter refractor and a 114 millimeter Newtonian from the Astromaster series, and I got about 45 minutes worth of video. I've got to edit down into maybe a 10 or 15 minute YouTube video. I was planning on doing a comparison, because they're about the same price. I was considering doing a video of a comparison video between the Skywatcher Star Travel 120 and the SV Boney 80 millimeter ED, because they were about the same price. But then the Skywatcher discontinued their 120 Star Travel. I thought, well, if I do a comparison between those two and everybody loves the Star Travel, they're not going to be able to buy one. So I aborted that. And I think I'm going to replace it with a SV Boney 80 millimeter ED versus my Celestron 150 millimeter Newtonian. Now the SV Boney 80 millimeter ED retails for $484, and the Celestron 150 XLT only retails for about $360. So the ED refractor has a big advantage, costs more. We'll see how they compare. I'm going to wait until I've got a couple clear nights, however, at least 2 clear nights, because with the comparison I just did, I only had one night between thunderstorms. I only had 4 hours. I had to keep swapping the telescopes on the mounts, and I only got 10 minutes of data on each one for each of the 4 photos. So they're kind of noisy. I didn't take any flats or darks, so they're got a lot of hot and cold pixels. They're not terribly good photos. So for the next comparison, I think I'm going to have at least 30 minutes using an Antlia quad band light pollution filter. I bought one of those, and it wipes out light pollution entirely and helps with moonlight. Yeah, I have to have at least 30 minutes with 30-second or maybe 1 minute subs. So I've got that lined up. I've also got a review lined up of this thing. This is my brand new Celestron 90 millimeter spotting scope. It's the only Maxitoff Cassegrain I own. I bought it because I didn't have a Maxitoff Cassegrain. I wanted to review one, and let's face it, this thing is really, really neat looking. I've taken some photos with it. They were all in the daytime outside. I'll have to wait till I get a clear night so I can go out, that I'm not doing something else, so I can go out and take a couple photographs with this and see what it looks like in the sky. I did try a 0.5 1¼ inch field reducer on it, because this has a very, very narrow field of view. In fact, if you go on Amazon and read the reviews, the purchase of folks who bought it, most of them bought it to use on a tripod, a camera tripod. I tried this, works. On a tripod, shooting at something 500,000 yards away, too far away to see the bullet holes. So they would use this to look and see if they hit the target. That's why I guess it's called a spotting scope. It's a real clear view. Well, I don't want to review it now. That would ruin my review later. You have to watch it and find out if it's any good. I haven't reviewed my C6 with Hyperstar. Now, I'd taken it out a couple nights, but I only had like 15, 20 minutes to go out there and threw it on a alt-azimuth mount because I didn't have time to set up my equatorial mount. So I only got like 10 or 15 minutes of data for them. But they came out fairly good for 15 minutes worth of data. Yeah. And one more thing I'll show you. No, I won't show you. I'll surprise you. I bought a StarSense telescope. I'll be doing a box opening, assembly, spotter scope alignment, demonstration of how to, it's a Bird Jones, demonstration of how to collimate a Bird Jones with a collimation cap or Cheshire eyepiece, and then I'll take it out at night and show how it works, if I can figure out how it works. So that's probably going to be 2 or 3 videos. I gotta wait till I can fit that into the schedule. And that's about where I'm sitting right now. I still have a fair number of photographs I've taken, but this being galaxy season, and the only thing there is up there right now are some galaxies that I don't have long enough time to get a good exposure on, and globular clusters, tons of globular clusters. In fact, I've got tons of photographs, pretty good photographs of globular clusters. I can put in my shorts. They don't seem to be the most popular things that you would find in shorts. What are we looking at here? 7 minutes, 20 seconds. There are a couple things I think I might like to try once I catch up with all this other stuff. One is bring the camera and filming one of my sessions. I mean, go outside, show how I set up the telescope and level it and balance it and polar align it and all that stuff, star align it, and then come in, because I usually sit in here once I've got all that done, and I can switch targets with my telephone and show a session, film a session. I don't know if anybody wants to see it or not. Some people do that, and some other people will do a live. I only have, 585 subscribers. I'm not sure that's worth getting the software and learning to use it to do a live session where I'm transmitting in real time what's going on. A lot of what I'm planning on doing here depends on how many people like. I'm monitoring how many people like this kind of video, how many people like that kind of video, and I'm trying to do things that I think people will enjoy watching, which is the whole point of this. I mean, I take pictures and sit here by myself and be happy as can be, but if I'm going to have a YouTube channel and I want to post on it, I want to try to do things that people would find interesting. If you have any thoughts on what you would like to see, I don't mind you putting them in the comment section down here below the video. Yeah, and that's all I have for right now. So till we meet again, happy trails.